everybody for show number 2 of these guys. Wow. You are a fortunate bunch who persevered and made it through the sleet and the snow and the terrible weather, the slick streets, the peal of thunder, that put everybody in their basements. So we have an unusual number of empty chairs. I have not had this small of a concert in years. Yeah. But
and
you're in
it's
first.
not because they're horrible.
Yeah, they're amazing. So, it's going to be you're going to have an amazing experience. It's going to be really intimate, and it's wonderful. I should tell you who's coming up. A month from today, I've got Jerry O'Connor coming. Mickey is his manager here, and who's he coming with? Who's he touring with? Tom Penzian. Don Tenzian. Okay. Do I have that information? I must have.
I hope I sent it.
Okay. I'll look tomorrow because I'm sending out reservations for that. We'll open up tomorrow for that show. This is typically a lottery situation. I have a lot more requests than I get seats for, so that's the plan for next month. Coming up after that, I've got Rachel Hare and Ron Jappy coming back. They were here about a year and a half ago. She's a Scottish harpist. Amazing. Not what you think. It's really cool stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not Scottish or Irish.
They're from Glasgow. Glasgow. Don't worry. Okay. I've got Marla Fibish coming at the end of May. And she's my mandolin teacher, and she's doing a tour with the Playdate album that just came out. She's got 2 people coming with her. That's going to be amazing. She is the preeminent Celtic mandolinist of our era in the States. She's just brilliant, and I get to be one of her students. I've got Alexis Chartrand coming from who's teaching at Fiddle Tunes, Quebecois fiddler, who's been on my playlist forever, and then a bunch of stuff. I'm booked up through January, so. I am thrilled you're here. You're going to be thrilled you're here. Welcome, Alasdair and Ross.
Thank you. You might have noticed I took my own bookcase on tour with me.
Yeah.
Very handy.
Yeah.
Nothing's too good for us.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely not.
It takes up a lot of room in the van, but it's worth it.
It's totally worth it. Yeah.
Lots of reading material too.
Stripping.
Straight in, no kissing.
you. I've got my little rag here. Thanks very much, folks. That was 3 reels there. Just get my strings a little wet. Making some squeaks. Yeah, the first one is called Sunlight Upon the Hill, and it was named after the one day in Scotland that the sunlight actually hits the hill. And it was a momentous day. It was a great day, Ross, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
well, it does.
Yeah, we remember it well.
Well, because of the tune, I was too young, but
Oh, right. Yeah.
that's why we still play
I
the
remember
tune.
it.
Yeah.
And we followed that up with Mochucha Gloachu, or My Gentle Milkmaid, or my Lovely Milkmaid. And the last tune is called Ishirig Sporsh, which means looking for fun. And or searching for fun. We're going to continue with 3 old jigs, 3 very old jigs, very, very old. And the first tune, you might have to, sorry, Doug and Robin, you might have to put up with a bit of repetition in the patter tonight.
Oh, it will be
But
terrible.
yeah, it'll be terrible. Yeah, just scream if it's too much for you.
Okay, I'll learn how much of your banter is spontaneous.
It's spontaneous.
and how much isn't.
Well, that's why numbers are down tonight, as the word got around.
Yeah, yeah. Let me get my script here. There are 3 tunes, 3 jigs.
Oh,
here.
yes, we have new material for tonight, though.
Oh, that's right.
So we wouldn't go the easiest. So we're calling our tour Slippers in Seattle. We usually get different ones, but we've got matching ones this time.
Got matching ones, yeah. His and his. Yeah, yeah. Mine are slightly smaller, but that's the only difference. So this is some slipper tapping stuff. 3 jigs here. The first one's very old tune, and it's got a bunch of titles associated with it. I Lost My Love. This Is My Love, Do You Like Her? Bit weird. And I Kissed the Maid Behind the Byre. So there's some kind of story in there. There's a big beginning, a middle, and an end in there somewhere. And we follow that with a tune from the borders of Scotland. It could even perhaps be English, but it's called, we've come to know it as Drummond Castle. And the last tune is called Miss McGregor's. And we don't know anything about Miss McGregor at all. She might have written it. This might just be her favourite tune. Maybe both. Por qué no los dos? One, two, three. No, I won't do the works.
Oh, you're right.
Not a million miles away. Similar enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I was totally wrong.
Often, I think they often get played together though.
They do. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's something spiritual happening over there.
I feel very soothed, Ross.
It was lovely, yeah.
Oh, no.
Feel the stress levels building back
Oh,
up again.
yeah. We're going to have to play something soothing ourselves now.
Talk about elevator music. What do you think dogs think when they go in an elevator and the door opens and they're like a totally different world?
What do you think?
Well, I know what's going on. I like press the button and I come in. I know I'm moving up to a different floor.
They think they're going to heaven.
I just wonder what dogs think. They get in and the door's closed and the door's open. They're going in a cupboard and then the door's open again. It's like a different place.
Why? Two left feet.
Mm-hmm. Food for thought.
Food for thought.
So, food for thought.
We're going to play a wee tune I wrote now after a trip to Evanston, Wyoming. Is anyone here lucky enough to be to Evanston, Wyoming?
No,
Oh, good. Yeah, been to you been there?
No, not on the interstate.
I've been
Oh, been there. Cool. Were you going for the fireworks or for the cheap drink?
I was going to visit somebody that was a bartender.
Oh, there you
So
go.
the drink then. Okay. So it was one of the two.
Yeah.
So I was there for the Obsidian. Yeah. Well, I had some gigs as well, but my daughter was rock mad at the time. The rock, not like rock music, and that's my son. So she says, "Can you get me some Obsidian?" And I said, "I'll certainly try." So I didn't really know what she was talking about. So I thought if I just went out walking about, I'd be able to find whatever it is. So it was snowing. It was March. It was around about St. Patrick's Day. So we got there, and the place was covered in snow, so we couldn't see anything. And then after a couple of days, the snow melted, and we still couldn't see anything. It's really not a lot to see. But until I was walking about, and I found a man with a dinosaur in his garden, like a real, actual dinosaur. And did you see him? His house. Most people that have been to Evanston, Wyoming, know this guy because it's like quite a noticeable dinosaur in his garden.
You remember the dinosaur?
So I knocked on his door and asked if he had any Obsidian, and he says, "Yeah, I've got loads." And you come. So then I went, and sure enough, he had loads of it. Big Obsidian, small Obsidian. Most of it's kind of roundy, polished. So we haggled over which bit I wanted, and that was great. So I got Obsidian for my daughter. So then that was that. So we got chatting, and I asked him how he had to come to have a dinosaur in his garden and so much Obsidian in his house. It turns out he was a fossil collector, believe it or not. Obsidian was a bycatch. So I'm a crab fisherman, and like starfish and sea urchins are a bycatch, and we throw them back. But he keeps his bycatch because it does no harm. It's not going to die or stay alive or whatever. So he takes all this home with him. But because when we catch crabs, my main job of the boat, one of the main jobs of being a crab fisherman is keeping the crabs alive until they go to market. Where this guy was fishing for fish, basically, that were 500 million years old. So, the interesting thing that interests me about that was, if your crab dies or your lobster dies, its value goes down quite dramatically, especially 3 or 4 days after it's dead. And I just thought you'd hit zero value and it would stay like that forever. But it turns out I was wrong. After 300 million years old, the value comes back up again. So this guy's essentially a fisherman, but his catch is like really not very fresh. So, and he seems to do alright out of it. People seem to want his wares. So I wrote a tune for him. I called it The Fossilised Fisherman. And then we're going to play a tune after that called Arthur Gillis.
Arthur Gillis, yeah, from Lewis. Written by my piping teacher. I don't play the pipes anymore, but I used to, and he was a very good piping teacher.
Did Arthur Gillis give him some obsidian? Is that why you wrote the tune for him?
You must have done, yeah. That's the only possible explanation.
Obsidian
Arthur
sounds like
Gillis.
one of these things you'd turn up with your gold, frankincense and myrrh, doesn't it?
Yeah. Gold, frankincense, myrrh, and obsidian,
Obsidian.
and an old lobster.
And an old lobster. Yeah.
Very Merry Christmas. I think it was maybe Alasdair Gillis's grandfather.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah. Anyway. Yes, off you go. Hey. 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 Thank you. We're going to play some more tunes for you, Shock Horror. There's 3 tunes here, all written by 3 different great fiddle players. The first one was written by a fiddle player called Martin Wynne from Sligo, and he wrote at least 4 tunes, and I know that because this is Martin Wynne's number 4. Martin Wynne's number 1 and number 2 are very, very popular, very famous tunes. Martin Wynne's number 3 is slightly less well known, and this is moderate level. And it's a great tune. I'm lucky enough to I live in New York now, and lucky enough to benefit from the great kind of Sligo fiddle playing tradition that exists and has existed in New York for years and years. So this is a tune I picked up along the way, and we follow that with a tune by Ian Hardy, one of the great fiddle players from Scotland. He obviously was a great fiddle player. He was in Jock Tamson's Bairns, among others, and the Occasionals as well, a great dance band. He wrote lots of tunes, and he was from Nairn, which is the fastest town in Scotland. Nairn. That's the joke about Nairn.
You know what the fastest cake in Scotland is?
Scone.
Yes. Yeah, nailed it. Do you know what the fastest drink in Scotland is?
Scotch.
No. Milk.
Why?
It's pasteurised before you even see it.
Yeah. Didn't have that on Monday night, did you? No? So that tune is called the Knock and Do Reel, and we finish up with a great tune by John Martin. John Martin, erstwhile fiddler of the Tanhill Weavers and the Easy Club and Ossian and many others. And this is quite a famous tune of his called The Mill House. So hope you enjoy. 3 reels. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is another tune. But it's a tune of a song this time. So if you're wanting a song, this is as close as you're going to get. It's a song from my part of the world. I'm from a place called Arisaig, which is in West Highlands, which is kind of the heart of Jacobite country. That's where Bonnie Prince Charlie arrived and raised his standard, got all the clans before heading away to England and then running away. And it's also where he ran away to and hid for a while before he got taken away back to France. So he came, he saw, he ran away, and
He bravely ran away.
yeah. So all the caves he hid in on the way out were in Arisaig. Actually, he's just been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize because you can't kill anyone when you're hiding in a cave. So well done, Bonnie Prince Charlie.
Well done.
Yeah. So the McDonald's at Gaidheltachd were a big part of that, and they are the people who they built the big house at Glenfinnan and they built the monument, which is meant to be Bonnie Prince Charlie on the top of it, but the guy who made the monument was looking at the wrong person in the painting. So it's just one of Bonnie Prince Charlie's pals standing there, 80 metres on top of a massive stone pillar, forever. So well done to that guy too. And because it's like there's a kind of trinity there with the big house and the monument and the big viaduct, it's easy to think that McDonald's of Gaidheltachd built the viaduct as well, but it wasn't. That was Concrete Bob McAlpine when they built the railway. But that's the viaduct in the Harry Potter movies. So all that bit where they film all those train journeys and the viaduct and all that, that's the train I went to school on. And it was, I hated it. And the behaviour and the people on the train were much worse when I was on it than the Dementors were nothing compared to Sandy Beattie when he did show up. But anyway, so about halfway down Loch Shiel, which is at Glenfinnan, is the abandoned kind of hamlet of Glenalladale, which is where they originated from, I think. And this song is from there. It's a shieling, which is a kind of a fancy word for a sheep hotel that they would use to keep sheep in, really. And according to this song, if it's anything to go by, they also got up to other things when the sheep weren't in it. Or maybe when they were. We don't know. It's a lot left to the imagination in this. So it's something like Darling Mary with the lovely hair. He does specify hair and not wool, but each to their own.
My darling Mary with the woolly hair.
Yeah, so I mean it is a bit suspect in mentioning the maidens, not even singular, maidens of the shieling, maidens of the sheep hotel. It's these. Imagine you're up there all summer. You get lonely. These things happen, but there's no need to write a song about it.
What happens in the shieling stays in the shieling.
Yeah, but anyway, so it's a lovely tune, isn't it? It's a lovely
Is
song.
that why we're not hearing the words?
That's why you're not hearing the words, yeah.
Nevertheless.
Nevertheless, it's a beautiful song.
Oh. we've heard reels when they're fast. Now we're going to play some reels when they're slow. Does that make sense? We're going to play some slow reels now. And there's two of them here. The first of which was written by Kinnan Beaton, great fiddle player from Cape Breton. His daughter's also a great fiddle player, and she's been down here quite a bit. Andrea Beaton, you might have heard of her. And both Kinnan and Andrea write lots of tunes. Kinnan's quite prolific, and this is one of his tunes, and it's named after a pub in Halifax called the Triangle. And I think a friend of ours, Angus, was asking him about, why the Triangle, what went on in the Triangle, and he's really not sure. So it must have been very, very memorable. Whatever goes on in the Triangle stays in the Triangle, I suppose.
It's a nice bar if you like drinking in the corner.
Indeed.
I like a corner.
Yeah, Triangle. Yeah. And so that's that. If you visit Halifax, make sure and visit it and see what all the fuss is about. And the tune after that is Mary MacDonald's Favourite.
Margaret MacDonald's Delight.
Margaret MacDonald's Delight. Yeah. Although it may well have been Mary MacDonald's favourite as well. We don't know. Why not both?
And they all hated that Miss McGregor.
folks? Well, we've gotten to that point where we have to think about playing the last number of the first half. Are you following me so far? Yes? Okay, good. And after that, we'll have a little break and we'll, mill about, stretch our legs, do some jumping jacks, run about the room, maybe, or just have a drink in the kitchen. Or we've got a mighty display there of merchandise at the back there. All kinds of stuff. Ross has got stuff.
Yeah, got some albums I made for my wife, Ailey Shaw, who's a great fiddle player and singer from Scotland. And 2 of them. And some branded sunglasses. Because we were told that the Seattle area is the largest consumer of sunglasses anywhere in the world. Which, so invested heavily in sunglasses.
Slippers?
No, slippers are personal. You can buy them if you want. The price is right, but...
That's an idea for the next tour, branded slippers.
But the sunglasses are made of wheat straw, so if you lose them and they end up going to the landfill, then you've done the planet a favour. And that's really the problem with Seattle people with their sunglasses. That's kind of the largest contributor to global pollution and global warming and all that. So I'd love to say we've got prescription sunglasses too, but that would be a lie.
So it's one size fits all, or one size fits every need. And I've also got an album. It's not even out yet. It's my. It's indeed. It exists in idea only. No, it's online, and I got the mixes back and the masters back, and I haven't printed physical CDs yet. But you can scan a QR code there. It's my new solo album, and the QR code will take you to Bandcamp, where you can buy it if you like it. I'm sure you've heard of Bandcamp before. Very high tech indeed. Yeah, and we're going to finish off the first half with some tunes by Donald MacLeod. Donald MacLeod was a very famous piper, very successful competitive piper, but very prolific composer as well. If you play Scottish music at all, you probably know at least one of his tunes, perhaps two. And tunes played very, very widely. These are 3 of his slightly less widely played tunes, but they're beauties nonetheless. And have a lovely break, and we'll see you in the second half. In fact, you'll probably see us right after we play this as well. So.
This is the beginning of our Donald MacLeod section. That was going to continue after the break, so there will be a quiz.
Yes. So it's really what binds the 2 halves together, I feel.
Yes, it does, yes.
the second half.
Hey, see you in about 20 minutes. Well,
Oh, there's more.
I think if you have wondered what the meaning of the word droll was, you have found what it is tonight. These guys are the masters of dry, droll wit, are they not?
Yes, indeed.
Let's welcome them back.
Welcome back. Did you all have a nice break?
Excellent. Yeah, very good.
I went to the bathroom. Had a nice wee chat. That was great. Yeah.
Hopefully not at the same time.
Just with myself. It's going really well, Alasdair. Thanks, Alasdair. Struchten?
So, well, quiz time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Quiz time. Who wrote this next tune? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Very good. Yes. There's a lovely 3/4 march by Donald MacLeod called Loch MacLeod. And I'm actually not sure where Loch MacLeod is.
That's on Lewis.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. I should know that. Yeah. He was an avid fisherman, an avid fly fisherman. So I can only assume it's somewhere that was good for trout or some other kind of thing. A number of lochs in Lewis that are good for that. We're going to continue with a few more of Donald MacLeod's tunes. We said this was the Donald MacLeod section. And 3 jigs here. Donald MacLeod liked to write or to name tunes after birds. And there's 2 tunes here named after birds, the curlew and the hen's march. He also wrote the seagull, the duck. There's one I'm forgetting as well.
The penguin.
Did he might have written the pelican as well, actually, because there's a tune called the pelican. Yeah, I'll need to check up on that.
No corncrake?
No corncrake. No, unfortunately not.
It's a rubbish bird with a rubbish noise. It'd be a rubbish tune, wouldn't it? You'd have to like play the pipes and the sound would come out over there. Like really croaky. There is people that make the pipes sound like that, man. Like kind of high A thing and all that. Yeah. It's a disaster of a bird, isn't it? Do you get them over here? Corncrakes. Is that a thing? Right, so they don't know where they go, they migrate and they always come back to the same spot. Right, because they call it the islands a lot, they go to like the middle of nowhere. And that's what their call's like. It's like... That's what they sound like. But what they do is they throw their croak somewhere else so predators can't find them. Which means also their mates can't find them. So they just sit there in the bushes making this rubbish noise which appears to be coming from somewhere else, hoping that a female corncrake's going to come along and fancy them. No wonder they're endangered.
Bit of an evolutionary cul-de-sac.
Yeah, they're not getting a tune. They're not getting a tune. No.
Nevertheless, 3 tunes here, 3 lovely tunes. Actually, the first one's called the Old Woman's Dance.
a story that links perfectly that set of tunes and the next set of tunes.
Yes.
You can tell by Ali's excitement, it's a great story.
I'm very excited. Very excited.
So, The Duck being one of Donald MacLeod's most famous tunes about birds. And the next set of tunes involves going into a library. So, I'm going to tell you a story about a duck.
Chicken.
A chicken. So the Hen's March, that's what it is, it's even better than
Yeah.
that. The Hen's March, we just played the Hen's March. So the hen that marched into the library, and it went in, and the librarian was confused about what this duck was doing, chicken. There was a duck as well, but the duck's not part of that story. It's
No,
like
he was just minding his own
the duck
business.
was just in, looking at reading and looking at
Natural history section.
yeah, looking at books about water and all that. So the chicken came in and says book, 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 and went off round the library. Book, 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 book. Picked 3 books out, seemingly at random, and came back and put them all on the desk and went book, 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 and presented a library ticket from under its wing. So the librarian stamped all the books, stamped the library card. The chicken took the 3 books and went book, 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 went away out the door, away down the street. The next day, as the chicken comes back in with the 3 books, book, 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 puts them back in the desk, flutters off, comes back with 3 completely different books. Book, book, book. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Off it goes. Book, book, book. So the 3rd day, well, the librarian's getting quite intrigued. So the chicken comes in, says, book, 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 puts the 3 books down, goes off, comes back, 3 new books. Book, book, book. So the librarian decides he's going to follow the chicken. So the chicken goes out the door. Book, book, book. And the librarian comes out and turns the sign to closed. Goes away down, goes away down the street. Book, book, book. Book, 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 book. Waits for the wee man at the lights and all that. Book, book, book. Goes across the road. Book, book, book. The librarian's following the chicken. And the chicken goes into the park. Book, 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 book. Way through the park. The librarian's still following the chicken. It goes to the pond. And it stops at the edge of the pond. It puts the 3 books down and says, book, book, book. And a frog jumps out of the pond and went, read it, read it, read it.
It's a Shaggy Frog story. So speaking of libraries,
It's a perfect story, isn't it?
perfect story. Perfect.
From a chicken to a library.
Perfect segue. There's at least 2 of these tunes, maybe all 3 of them, come from a collection called the Eliza Ross collection, and there's off the island of Skye. There's another very small island called Raasay. It's not even a mile off of Skye, and Raasay back in the day, Raasay's got a big fancy house on it called Raasay House, and it was one of these big kind of fancy mansions that people used to go to and have society balls. So all the posh people of the day, which would be like, all the way through the 19th century and late 18th century, would go for these big fancy balls and dance all the trendy dances and things like that. So a lot of money in the area, and the lady of the house at one time was Eliza Ross. I forget her maiden name, but Eliza Ross was her name, and one of her hobbies was to collect music of the area and notate it in her own personal manuscript. And so she did that for her own edification, and the manuscript was in the library at Raasay House for years and years, and they were renovating. I don't know if it was damp. It might even have been a fire.
There's a fire. Right?
It was a fire.
The house burnt down.
Aye, right.
The main body of the house burnt
main body of the house burnt down, so they were renovating all of it, and renovating the library. So they took all the books out of the library and found this book. Chickens gainfully employed in the island of Raasay, and
Escaped the fire.
they escaped the fire, and they found this Eliza Ross's manuscript with all these tunes in them, and many of the tunes had kind of fallen out of circulation in the area, and also Scottish music at large. So as I say, at least 2 of them come from that collection, and it's republished, and it's in a very nicely bound new collection that you can buy from the Piping Centre in Glasgow, I think, actually. So Loch and Doon, the middle one's called in Gavu Ben Rowan, which is Will You Take a Wife, Donald? And the last one's called Ha Don Alin Ichian, which in the collection is translated as Elegant Donald is approaching, or Elegant Donald is coming. So we call this set The Elegant Man. So 1, 3, continue here with a great tune by Charlie McKerran, who's a fantastic fiddle player from the northeast of Scotland. He plays with a band called Capercaillie, you might have heard. Yeah, one of the seminal bands of Scottish music.
Also named after a bird.
Also named after a bird. We've got a bird theme going.
Yes.
And he wrote this tune for his father for his 70th birthday. It's called The 70th Year. So, in honour of his 70th year on Earth, he named the tune. And beware of musicians writing tunes for your birthday. If you don't like them, you don't have any control over it.
You can't take it back.
You can't take it back, and it might get popular over the next few years, and then your name's always associated with it.
Yeah.
That's it. But happily, that doesn't happen often. So,
what you should do if you want to write a big hit,
mhm.
you know, like Happy Birthday, one of the most sung songs ever.
Mhm.
Leave the name but out,
All right.
so
Yeah.
people can add their own name.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Blank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So you give that gift. You give the manuscript to somebody in the
Yeah, and
birthday
just
card.
give it to everyone
Yeah.
every birthday. Just go.
Yeah. Handy.
Just happy birthday to you.
Economical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your birthday.
Yeah.
There you go.
Happy
I
birthday
wrote
to
this
you.
for your birthday.
Yeah,
too.
it's my favourite song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, a 70th year. Beautiful tune. 1, 2, 3. Hey, thank you. That was good. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
okay,
now.
now. We've learnt a lot about this next set of tunes. Well, haven't learnt really much about the first two that we didn't already, have we?
No.
So, Arisaig.
Arisaig Gaidheltachd. Young Girl, Do You Remember? It's a love song. These are Gaelic waltzes, actually. They're all Gaelic songs that have been kind of put into waltz format, and it's kind of traditional at home to finish the night with a big set of Gaelic waltzes, so everyone can kind of waltz about the floor and get a little slow
baby
dance.
makers.
Yes, there you
Yes.
go.
Last dance, last chance. That's how you
As
keep
they say.
how you keep the Highlands alive, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
how you
So
keep
that's
the population. And then,
that's the only romantic point in a
and
Scottish
that's why we
Gaelic.
put so many of them together, because like hopefully one of them will do the job. You know, kind of let me see you home, Morag, that kind of thing. You know,
So that's the kind of thing here. We're playing some waltzes just to kind of send you on your way. We're not quite done yet, but it's nearing the end of the night.
They are not going to go on their way until they take the chairs downstairs.
There you go.
How romantic.
Yes, indeed.
If they're young and fun.
Indeed. So yeah, we're not just yet. We're not quite there yet, but we're nearing the kind of end of the concert. So a set of Gaelic waltzes, or even Yogvil Kainakit, and then the middle tune's Ora na Chaiora, the song of the Chaiora, which was a boat, it's a seafaring song, and the last tune we know as Fáilte den Varai, and it turns out that this has a bit of local significance. The tune of this song. Because the words that we would know for this were written by Father John Macmillan of Barra after he emigrated to Canada and returned to Barra. Barra's the southernmost of the Outer Hebrides, the islands in Scotland. And so he wrote this about returning to Barra. It's a very kind of joyful song, leaving and coming back, that kind of thing. But the melody of the song is far older than that, and it was, I think, written by Richard Barrett. Well done, Richard Barrett in Mayo.
1700s.
Yeah.
Called Owen Core.
Owen Core. Yeah.
And then it was taken to Scotland, and they put the words to it as Rosin the Bow.
Old Rosin the Bow.
Yeah. And then it came over here. First recorded lyrics put to it in America were in 1857.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And that's all we're going to tell you.
So you might recognise it. It's got a bit of local significance. So
It's in as many different versions, especially over here. It's been put to loads of words. So if you recognise it at all, just sing your version of it.
sing along.
Yeah, we don't care.
Ignore the words of your neighbour.
Yeah. We intro?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well done, everyone. Great singing.
This is a tune that has its own Wikipedia page.
Nice.
Yeah, it certainly does. Acres of Clams, it's known as around these parts. Mentions the Puget Sound, and it's the Settlers song.
The trees that are sticking as the hairs on a dog's back.
Yeah, that's it. About this guy, coming to Washington State in the Puget Sound, and the trees are as thick as the hairs on a dog's back, and he's surrounded by acres of clams. And it was used in an Ivers advert in whenever, I don't know when it was, presumably for clam strips. So there we are. So we're going to finish off the night here, and which it just remains for us to thank our hosts, Doug and Robin. Thank you very much for hosting us here, and keep up with all of their events and all of their doings, and hopefully we'll see you in the area again. Thank you very much for coming out and spending your evening with us. We realise you have a great many choices in the Seattle area of how to spend your evening. But thanks very much for coming to listen to us. Hope you've had a good time. And
if you enjoyed us, we've been Ross Martin and Alasdair White. If you haven't, we've been Alasdair White and Ross Martin. For future reference, yes.
Could you explain to me on Thursday, you were playing with Kaylee, but you were also playing for Kaylee's. And I noticed that when you were playing for Kaylee, Kaylee wasn't playing, and I just wondered how you managed to communicate.
She was.
Did she play? I didn't see her playing for any of
she
Kaylee.
played most of the dance. Yeah, she was teaching the dance until it got going.
So then you had two Kaylees.
She was teaching the dancing, and then she'd go back
then
up and
she'd
play
come
with
back and play. Okay, so you really did have Kaylee for the Kaylee.
Very much so, yeah.
There's a lot of Kayleys to keep track of. Yeah.
Many Kayleys.
Yeah.
Kaylee squared.
Yeah. So we're in the area reasonably often, so keep your eyes peeled. You never know, we might see you again. And here's a few tunes to leave you with.
Do you have a mailing list?
No.
Do you?
That was succinct.
Yeah. We're on Instagram. I'm on Instagram.
The band does.
The band does as well.
Me and Ailey do, and the band we play with does. And
Yeah. We're findable as Alasdair White and Ross Martin, just not as a collective noun. But we're, there and thereabouts. We play with a band called Dàimh, D-A-I-M-H. So if you look for Dàimh, D-A-I-M-H, D-A-I-M-H. Yeah. It's pronounced like dive, like dive. Yeah. So, and there's even more. There's even more of us in that band. So, and this is a set from the Dàimh archives actually. So, Mary's Fancy. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, you're doing a great job. Thank you very much. Well done, well done.
So this was another tune that led to some surprising results for us over the last couple of days. We know it's very well known in Scotland, the Bluebell Polka, recorded by Jimmy Shand, and it was number 1 in the Scottish charts in the 60s, I think. So it's a very famous accordion tune in Scotland, but we just found out yesterday it's an American tune. Did you know that?
It's an American tune.
It's an American tune.
In Texas, they have bluebells in Scotland.
We've got bluebells in Scotland, yeah. It's apparently Peters and Kerr's Merry Medleys from the 1800s or something like that, an American collection of tunes. So, here we go. One of our most famous Scottish accordion tunes is actually American. So isn't that amazing?
Yeah, and you should be proud.
Your song about clams is Scottish, and our famous accordion tune is American.
Yeah. Everything's from everywhere.
Everyone's a winner. So, good American tune for you. That should cheer you all up.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's start it again.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Was it?
We had a big intro work doing it.
Did we?
We spent ages practicing it, and then didn't do it yesterday.
Yeah, that's why I can't remember.
Right, I'll do the intro.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, okay.
That's much better, isn't it?
I totally did. Thank you. Send you on your merry way. Thank you.
There you go.
Well done.